their third PWSL game of the season in midweek, comfortably defeating Liverpool 3-0 at Villa Park, but arguably have saved their best performances for road fixtures over the last year or so. Natalia Araujo's side have lost only one of their last 8 top-flight away games, winning 5 of those. The defeat at Spurs last time out came with almost the final kick of the game. 25th minute winner for the Capital Club, a cruel end for Villa, who were down to 10 players just past the hour, and gamely went in front, only to lose in the last minute. Well, City have won 8 of their last 10 BWSL games against Villa, winning the last 4 in succession. They also knocked the Midlands club out of the FA Cup last season just for good measure. Villa have never won away at City in 5 attempts in the league and suffered their joint heaviest loss in the Barclays Women's Super League at City almost 5 years ago, when they went down 7-0 to the Sky Blues back in January of 2021. There is no doubt that Villa are much better for this particular campaign, but it's a real tall order if they are to stop this fantastic Manchester City side, who have D5 a chance to end the year on a high. The league leaders aiming for it with the likes of Kirsty Hansen and Rachel Daly up front. There's no doubt here, Helen, and that Manchester City are big favourites to pick up the 3 points. Looks to close in. It's the typical Manchester City press, high up the pitch, looking to win the ball back, and Villa have got to be confident and
for Manchester City in the heart of that midfield, but interesting to see if Aston Villa persist with playing out the back.
Kasparai with the cross that's deflected away. Rachel Daly will clear to the right-hand side. Chesney Grant gets a good positive touch and now looks to come forward. She was having her jersey pulled there. The referee is going to intervene. It's good officiating, just seeing if the one and around the City defensive third, but we shall see. To the edge of the box, flick towards goal. It was a bit awkward, it was a difficult chance really, as Patton looked to shape her body and get the shot away.
Yeah, little
penalties to their City rivals. Here is Maltby. Threaded through for Hansen, who's full of confidence at the moment. Daly's calling for it! Oh, just unable to get a toe to it. Really good football from Aston Villa. Hansen for Daly, who just couldn't get the touch.
Yeah, there's me saying there might not be too many opportunities in that penalty area. Villa really should be ahead at this point, looking at that chance.
Really good run from Hansen. Played it through Manchester City. And here they come again, Aston Villa. Daly once more, just behind her a little. Towards Hansen, she won't get to it. Maltby might be able to recycle here. We've got a City player down inside the 6-yard box, and the referee is going to hold play.
It's just an accidental collision. Key players at key times. And you know, Lauren Hemp spent a long time out. Alex Greenwood, of course, who's had a spell out this season as well. But Bunny Shaw finishing the season with an injury. They really did.
Yamashita to take a touch, and City will build from the back. 11 of 13 in the 90. They did draw a League Cup game against Newcastle before coming through via a shootout. They will play next weekend in the quarter-finals of that particular competition against West Ham. That made Amar to curl towards Bunny Shaw. And still Bunny Shaw looks to whip the cross in. There were 3 players in.
That's something for Aston Villa to be aware of, but Bunny Shaw, I think she's an exceptional talent, 100 goals almost. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see that landmark reached and potentially even surpassed today. She's been a fantastic signing for them over the last few years.
In the last 3 games, 8 all told this season. Stopped scoring at the minute. Villa have all to do to keep to play it back. Kasparai to take a touch. Him to drill in towards Bunny Shaw. Let's go down inside the box, just the coming together. Villa have it with Maltby. It's interesting, a few minutes ago you did say, I wonder if Villa are going to continue to
fall forward with quality. It doesn't have to take 6 passes if he can take two. And I think that's what we're seeing now. You know, in football in general, the narrative is slightly changed.
So now to curl in. From left and right, not quite hitting the targets for Manchester City just yet.
That said, didn't he, in his pre-match interview, that he feels they could be better from crossing.
Fujino. To wriggle away from the attentions of Maltby. Still Fujino, Hasegawa edge of the penalty area. Shaw waits, it's deeper and he's pushed away by D'Angelo. Got to the fight of the ball really well.
Keeper to be commanding, particularly in that 6-yard box. It's a really key area of the game.
Fujino forward initially, Hasegawa can't quite control. Hichikata, we've seen little of. Gets a touch, and now Kendall comes forward. Recent goal scorer for England, of course, and now Daly. Can she get there first? Not quite. Mashita outside of a penalty area to clear. Sweep it this time around from Manchester City. Daly does well to control that one. Taylor. Good running on the right-hand side. Grant. Handsome inside the box. Still going. Was she brought down? Well, the Villa players look towards Kirsty Dow. Grant gets back up.
Sort of a half-hearted appeal. I wonder if she thinks she should have had a slightly better touch. I mean, it's more of a coming together. There's no real challenge there, but you've seen them given. It was a really good run from Grant.
Conversation maybe not quite as good. Oh, D'Angelo nearly allowed Bunny Shaw to steal in. And City still have it, and Shaw is calling for it, and here is Bunny Shaw! What a save by D'Angelo!
Try and get herself that 100th.
Hasegawa. Fujino for Bunny Shaw. Grant to collect against Ohabi. A bit of joy on that right-hand side. Ball is whipped in. City will look to clear. This is Hemp. Sent off for a couple of yellow card offences against Spurs. That's a good-looking ball towards Chastity Grant, who's taken up some really good positions on the right hand.
Wahhabi's having a torrid time trying to keep hold of her at the moment, you know, whether it's balls into her feet or over the top. Chastity Grant seems to be the one getting more change out of it.
Virginia. Kasparai, can she get the ball in towards Bunny Shaw? It's blocked. Parker was in the way. Long ball for Hansen. And then Hijikata goes long. Daly, though.
A team.
Scored for England against China in the easy friendly win not so long ago. Might be a little tentative there. Hasegawa gets there first. Kasparai taps it forward for Gino to take a touch. Manchester City racing forward with numbers. Hilda Brown, momentum of the move, just lost a little. Hasegawa does well. Really good touch from Kasparai to kill the ball towards her. Terrific control and technique. But Villa working hard out of possession as well. Beginning of a first half that has seen City frustrated in one measure, but Villa have been good in spells and have created good moments in this game. On the move on the left-hand side, it's towards Bunny Shaw! Raise your bat for the City Centurion. 100 goals in sky blue. And Bunny Shaw gives Manchester City the lead. And it's a familiar celebration from another player in Manchester City blue that has scored 100 goals for the Manchester club. But this time it's Bunny Shaw that belts home, and it's City that lead.
Something about that number 9 shirt in Manchester City blue, isn't it? What a fantastic ball down the left side from Lauren Hemp into Viv Miedemar. She knows exactly where her strike partner's going to be, and Bunny Shaw is...
From Taylor, Jakarta for Daly. Is it Rose come across? cross. Daly still has it. Might filter through here for Hansen to take aim. And Nishita makes a comfortable save. It was that's a really wrong areas, as we know, and that really clicked for that one. And starting the move, Shaw finished it via Miedemar. This is Hansen making life difficult for City. Well, you can see what she was trying to do, but didn't quite hit it. But need to come back to win 2-1. But that's Liverpool and West Ham. This is Manchester City. It's a significant step up in class. Bunny Shaw on the move once again here, and Shaw looking to use her strength and speed. Was she brought down? Well, again she looks towards the officials. Marker it was close by, but yeah, smile as she gets back up.
Yeah, it's a second.
Instant control. Grant shows strength against Blinkfielder Brown and does really well. Chastity Grant off on her own. Jakarta over on that right-hand side, but the radar is off just a little. Sagawa to play it forwards. Fujino. Miedemar calling for it, edge of the penalty area. And in a good position as well. It's towards Bunny Shaw. Oh, it's good defensive work once again. It's final 30 seconds of the added on 2 minutes here. Manchester City have the advantage. Asagawa, quick to react. Miedemar calling for it. Hemp wants it, so inevitably does Bunny Shaw. There's another. But as soon as you get your 100th, why not move it on to 101? Terrific finish once again into the corner. City motored forward with real intent. Hemp and Miedemar were both free, but it's Shaw who gets her second, and it's another composed finish from City's sharpshooter.
Brilliant from Hasegawa, wins the ball back, and the composure, the technique, the technical ability of Bunny Shaw there. She turns, knows immediately where to run, off the shoulder of Anna Patten, cuts inside, and then once she's in that position, it's inevitable. You just know exactly where often does. Fantastic from Bunny Shaw.
But it's City to get this who's come on, and that's a change for Villa for this second half. This is Hemp with really good save. D'Angelo throws herself across to the right. Rose. Kasparai. Miedemar gets a little lucky against Thomas. Kasparai gets the shot away. It's cleared by the feet of D'Angelo.
Kasparai for a goal kick.
It was against Arsenal and Tottenham this season. Fujino. Good balance and drive. Blinkfielder Brown. Hemp will take a touch. Stands on up to the far post here. Determination from Kasparai to get there, but she can't make. Thomas comes again. Jakarta runs into a bit of traffic in midfield. Blinkfielder Brown. Good energy about this second half already from both teams. But it's too far in front of Gino, and it's easy for D'Angelo to collect. Difficult to know what
Arroyo will be with her team, but yeah, just not clinical enough in front of goal. And you look at the difference when Bunny Shaw's had 2 shots and 2 goals. That's the difference, and that's what you get when you've got a player of that calibre in your ranks. But they need to keep at it, they need to be persistent, but they just need to make it count at either end of the pitch.
Miedemar reverses it for Shaw! D'Angelo with the save, it's Hemp! And D'Angelo with another stop. Brilliant.
Yeah, 2 really good saves, particularly the first one. Miedemar again trying to set up her teammate. Bunny Shaw gets a good, decent strike.
Through some work over the course of the 55 minutes so far, but there's plenty more to do here. We'll have to try and get a foothold back into the fixture, but at the moment it's City just piling on the pressure. Jakarta does well. Oh, Daly was caught after the ball had gone, and Kanak may well be receiving a yellow card here for that one. She was just a little late. No real malicious. Back into the book. German international played in the recent Nations League final against Spain. Grant looking to use her pace and strength and still going. Can she get back up here? Did she counter with a shot? Just unable to keep it down. Big chance for Aston Villa. Alterations here for Aston Villa. Well, Kirsty Hansen has had opportunities to add to her 5 goals this season in the BWSL, but hasn't managed to take them. And she is about to come off. Georgia Mollett is going to
Impact in this last part of the game for her team.
have time to certainly be influential if she can get on the ball. Neat and tidy player. Well, Hemp and Shaw go hunting impacts and have won it back here. Hemp to pull it back, Blinkilda Brown to open up, and then the shot does come in from Fujino. It's cleared away. Blinkilda Brown slips on that. Mullet is there. It's a bit of a scramble inside the Villa penalty area. He tries to make sense of it all. Rahabi and now Shaw, who's free. Oh, and here's the frame of the goal, and the follow-up is smuggled away, and then he's belted in it, and it is. Well, the flag is up. Miedemar's effort won't count. And a real scramble inside the area with shots aplenty. But although the ball ended up in the back of the net, he's been ruled out for, well, Kasparai, I think has been called for offside here.
Yeah.
Kearns to turn. Sagawa to clear, straight to Missy Bo Kearns, who can get the cross in. Daly was lurking. She had a bit of space to work with herself. And now City come racing forward for Gino, right-hand side. Terrific ball. Parker getting back across. Kasparai is calling for it for Gino! Well, it may well have taken a deflection, but it doesn't matter. It was struck with real force, and Manchester City have a third. Now running away with this game against Aston Villa. Home support celebrate once more. A swift counter. Manchester City 3, Aston Villa 0.
Yeah, and there we go again, that difference. Aston Villa had half a chance to create something at one end. The ball comes to Miedemar, who plays a wonderful pass. That goal is all about the pass from Miedemar. Out to Fujino, who has a good first touch. Perhaps Lucy Parker could have got a bit tighter, a bit closer.
A couple of changes, as you can see. Inso coming on, so from City rivals Manchester United in the summer. He comes off. So welcome back for Alex Greenwood here, who gets a final round of applause from the City faithful.
Yeah, that is a good sign. You know, when the game, you could argue, was almost done, but they've really kept their foot on the gas to make it count. Add to that goal difference, add to that tally, you know, get players like Bunny Shaw and
the win over Australia in the friendly back end of October. And the problem that's kept her out. Sagawa forwards, Shaw on the move, but it doesn't curl back towards the centre of the... Grant. Helped on by Taylor. Tomas. Well, a glancing header away for a...
Going to do that, but they'll keep pushing as long as they can.
Tends to curl in, and the header flies in! Really good goal from Aston Villa. Parker stealing in to beat Yamashita. And Villa are on the score sheet.
Yeah, fantastic delivery from Kearns, who's obviously come off the bench for Aston Villa. Really good delivery. I don't know how Lucy Parker side back into the game.
The last act as well, by the looks of things for her. Changes here for Aston Villa. Game's just got a little disjointed maybe in the last few minutes, and that could help Aston Villa. City looking to reassert here. Do you know he's a little hustle and bustle? And that's the change that comes in.
A number of times this afternoon.
Greenwood, who can deliver a ball, but it's short. And then delivered high towards the back post. Miedemar and Shaw both lurking. Shaw gets something on it. And then a bit of a missed kick. It still might work. Miedemar, a yard out, cannot miss. And Manchester City have a fourth. Well, once again, there was plenty of chaos inside that Villa penalty area. And it's Manchester City that makes sense of it all. Fluffed effort initially from Fujino, but when the cross came in again, Miedemar could not miss.
Just saying how many times Miedemar's found Fujino. This time, it's the young Japanese player's time to find her teammate. As you said, miscues the initial shot off Bunny Shaw's header, but reacts really well, drives it across the goal, and Miedemar in acres of space, couple of hands, half-heartedly go up for an offside, but no chance of it. It's what Miedemar does best, finds the back of the net.
Well, two wonderful assists. To take the corner. Unfortunately, we've got an issue here with Fujino.
No point in risking it now.
Yeah, 4-1 up. Fujino comes off.
As I said, a fantastic delivery from Grant from the right-hand side, but teammate wasn't able to find that finish.
Scored in the cup last season, yet to score in the WSL. Opportunity now for City to get another. Flag has gone up once again. They've got good numbers inside the City half. Yamashita under pressure. And Aston Villa have managed to win it back here, and surely will score, Will Grant. And eventually Daly, and he's blocked. And Aston Villa, who had 3-4 players just outside the 6-yard box, will wonder how on earth they haven't got a second here.
Yeah, and I think that sums up their afternoon. You know, really good work, doing some really good things, and then just not able to make it count. You know, aside from the Lucy Parker goal, just not being clinical.
And looking to put the pressure on. She forced the error earlier. So many Villa players inside that City defensive third that the break is on. And Bunny Shaw could be in again here. And it's Bunny Shaw for the hat-trick, opens up a Bunny! That's 3 for Bunny Shaw, it's 5 for Manchester City. And if the game wasn't won before, it certainly is now. Bunny Shaw celebrates getting 100 goals for Manchester City earlier in the game.
It was going to end up in the back of the net. I said we hadn't seen much of Carolyn until this point, but she does really well, breaks free of a couple of challenges, lays it through to her teammate Bunny Shaw. Nice and easy, just never ever looked in doubt, and just rolls it beyond Sabrina D'Angelo. One of the most composed hat-tricks you'll ever see. Very similar in
at the moment. As if Miedemar comes off, she has conscious
as well. Special mention to Grant, who's had a bit of a quieter second half, I'd say, on the Villa right-hand side. But yeah, one of those days for Villa where a couple of moments could have made all the difference for them.
Shaw's on the move again here, and she could be in once more. Well, D'Angelo comes and gets something of the ball. It ricochets through. Manchester City are in action once more in 2025, but in the quarter-final of the League Cup. It is 2025. Done and dusted. Finished last season really well. This is Shaw breaking forward once more, and it's Bunny Shaw to lay it back this time. City players queuing up. Clinton finds the net. On as a sub late on. And City do have a 6th. Andre Yegler celebrates his side's rout of Aston Villa. Sure, this time as it ricocheted through and back towards Clinton. It took a deflection on its way through, and City lead by 6 goals to 1 with a couple of minutes remaining.
I think that is actually Bunny Shaw's goal, to be quite honest. She does everything to try and set someone else up. Grace Clinton gets a strike and she's there to finish it. I was wondering what she was apologising for when they went to celebrate, but it's because she's got another goal. 103 up. just can't keep her quiet.
So Bunny Shaw gets her 100th goal this afternoon and then kicks on to get 4 all told in an easy win for Manchester City. Villa got one back through Parker, but Shaw has taken centre stage here. Virginia and Miedemar have also contributed, but the league leaders will head into 2026 in fine form. They've beaten Aston Villa here by 6 goals to 1. Bunny Shaw has been outstanding in this game. Manchester City have been outstanding. And if you wondered about their title credentials and wondered whether they keep up this relentless gallop, well, I think we've got the answer today, because Andre Jeglert's side have been terrific. Yes, Villa have had chances, but his City side just don't know when to stop scoring at the moment. And in the likes of Shaw and Miedemar and the rest of the City team, they have got some brilliant players, and I think the City coach here recognises that Sabrina De Angelis done all she could, but she's conceded 6 and he's almost apologetic.
Yeah, it's one of those days for the goalkeeper. She's almost on a hiding to nothing when someone like Bunny Shaw is in that sort of form, but she had a good game, but she was left with little or no chance for all 6 of those goals, so no fault can lie at the door of Sabrina D'Angelo this afternoon. She just has to take that one on the chin, and you know, she'll analyse her own performance, I'm sure, and take away the emotion of the scoreline. She's actually done okay.
Villa outdone by some brilliant finishing from Bunny Shaw, who just cannot stop scoring. 4 today, 12 in the BWSL this season, and City are a team where all parts are working. That is for